Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're doing great. Topic for today is very simple. It's artificial intelligence, AI, which in October 2025, I think is like a completely normal thing. And despite the fact that some new features and the new versions, as example of ChatGPT being released, and every time they surprise many people with, oh my God, now we can do this with AI, that is still surprising. But if someone is going to tell you, like, I've used ChatGPT to analyze some amount of the data or do some analytics at my work where it helped me with my homework, I don't think anyone is going to be surprised. But still, despite the fact that AI is a new normal, there are some places that are doing their best to have some sort of censorship and try to not allow for people to use AI in any sort of different things. And that's exactly the topic, because I was just drinking some sort of coffee or something like that and browsing the LinkedIn when I found this article. An article is from the Gentoo Linux, which still I was shocked initially, but then I noticed that those are actually old news. It's nothing new. The vote itself happened in 2024, in the beginning of 2024. And basically, what it meant was the Council AI Policy and AI Policy decided that it is expressly forbidden to contribute to Gentoo or any content that has been created with the assistance of natural language processing artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT. This motion can be revisited should a case be matter over such a tool that does not pose copyright, ethical, and quality concerns. So the whole Gentoo Linux is banning. I'm not even talking about AI generated code. It's banning everything where AI has been close and assisted in any manner to achieve some sort of the result, which I find completely crazy. And there are three main points where this is taken. The copyright concerns. At this point, the regulations concerning copyright of generated contents are still emerging worldwide. Using such material could pose a danger of copyright violations, but it could also weaken Gentoo claims to copyright and void the guarantees given by the copyleft license. Quality concerns. Popular LLMs are really great at generating plausibly looking but meaningless content. They are capable of providing good assistance if you are careful enough, but we can't rely on that. At this point, they pose both the risk of lowering the quality of Gentoo projects and requiring of unfair human effort from developers and users to review contributions and detect any mistakes resulting from the use of AI. And ethical concerns. The business side of AI boom is creating a serious ethical concerns. Among them, commercial AI projects are frequently indulging in blatant copyright violations to train their models. Their operations are causing concerns about the huge use of energy and water. The advertising of AI models has caused significant harm to employees and a reduction in the service quality. LLMs have been empowering all kinds of spam and scam efforts. And all of these things, I do agree. They are correct. But the thing is that I personally believe that AI may be ChatGPT or your local LLM or Grok or whatever you are running. That is a tool, and it is a very dumb decision to ban usage of a tool only based on a result that some users caused with inappropriate usage of this tool. Because let's agree, if we're comparing the tool as AI to some other groundbreaking tools that we experienced in our life and in history, as example, computer. When computers appeared, that absolutely changed everything, how we consider thing and how we work and how we live and how we do all sort of tasks. It just 180 degrees changed everything in our usual perception of the normal life. But I don't think there were any attempts like to ban a computer just because there are some bad hackers, right? We try to limit the bad behavior, but we don't ban the tool itself. And if we talk about like what was here listed, the operations are causing concerns about a huge use of energy and water. Well, I think when computers got invented, there's also was a huge spike in the energy usage and some pollution materials that are being used to create computers and stuff like that, right? And this is of course just one example. I am not saying that Gentoo are like the only ones who are enforcing such sort of policy or whatever you call it. I, as example, this year got back to the studies in the university, and I already had one lecture where we had one homework about a philosophy to gather information about the period of enlightening and all sort of different opinions from that period. And we were specifically told that we're not allowed to use any AI tools at all, which in my opinion is just crazy, because I do not support the case when I would go to ChatGPT and say like, hey, write me a 1-page summary of enlightening period with all the famous theses and stuff like that. That's not good, but that would still give me some learning because I would probably read through all of that stuff. But if I would be allowed to use AI in this particular task, I would save so much time and still gain quite a lot of knowledge, because instead of just Googling Wikipedia and grabbing the paragraph about the main ideas and the main people behind those ideas from that period, I could go deeper. Like, what's the background of this? What caused this person to think like that? Where did he have any opponents or some alternative thoughts about us or whatever? I could go deeper and deeper and therefore learn all that stuff. And without AI, it would take me like months or even more Googling, reading the whole books, reading all sort of different materials and studies and so on, where I can get the same amount of information within just a couple of hours. So why would you disallow a person to use AI when it is used correctly, which is the most important thing here? Use AI correctly. And I think all of these projects and all of these companies that are enforcing to not use AI by any means are just shooting themselves in the feet, because they are going to slow themselves down. They're going to slow down the progress because AI is here. So many companies are adopting AI. If you're worried about the privacy and that someone is going to use your company data to train their models, well, there are different pricing subscription. As example, for the same ChatGPT, you can get an enterprise tier, which specifically says that all of your data is private and secure and is not going to be used by OpenAI by any means. If you still do not believe that stuff, you can host your own local LLMs. You don't need an internet access to that, and you can still leverage all of the potential that AI is going to give you. And if you strongly believe that only AI is producing a bad quality code, while on the other hand, we have humans who always produce a great code without any errors, without any mistakes, without any super dumb mistakes, well, then there's something wrong with you. Because yes, again, it's the matter of using AI. You cannot just bluntly copy paste everything, including the code. But if you do have your own knowledge and common sense, you can analyze what AI is giving to you, maybe not using it directly, but just reusing the idea it is suggesting to write your own code that will be built based on ideas from AI, but it's going to be built by you and it's going to be done correctly. And if you are kind of defending the opinion that, well, we just don't want to spend our own time to evaluate all of that possibly AI produced content because we're super busy and we want to trust people. Again, if we compare the tools, it's the same stuff as saying like, I just, no, I don't believe in the computers. It takes too much space on my table. I'm used to like a sheet of paper and my pencil. Computer is like, nah, we're not using that. It's just silly. I cannot wrap my hand about it. Like, why would you avoid something that is changing our life completely only because of incorrect usage, which is bad, and many people do that, but it doesn't mean that AI itself is bad. So tell me your thoughts in the comments. Do you use AI? If you do, then how? Do you think that companies should make sure that nobody uses AI? And should you use AI for coding? And should you use AI for the study? So Give me your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. So see you later, guys. Bye-bye.